Well, hello there, shot callers. Welcome to our Patty. Who's the doggy joining us? Sorry. I'm a sucker for dogs. He's so cute. Um, I had a meeting the other day and Diego literally sat in the middle of the Zoom facing the camera the whole time. He was like turning his head, like listening in. Anyways, we love dogs over here. Okay, whoa, welcome everybody. So excited to have some new faces on here. I know we saw Pam, Sweet Home Alabama. I think this is her first Zoom. Welcome, Pam. I don't know if you can hear us, but if you'd love to introduce yourself or tell us a little bit about yourself, you absolutely can. Otherwise, that's okay too. I'll give you a second to see if you could hear me. Pam, 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 Pam. What's that from? Step Brothers? Anyways, okay.
Are you saying Pam?
Yeah, Pan. You got it.
Are you
Um,
saying pan?
Yeah, that was it.
okay, I was about to say rough crowd, but thank you guys. Oh, she's in the bathroom. Well, anyways, welcome, Pam. Anybody else new? I know we got some newer people. Dana, you've been here for a couple weeks, killing it. Annie, killing it. We love to see it. Rakia, been seeing you getting shouted out. Welcome. And who else? There's somebody. Oh, Anissa, right? I think you're pretty new. Oh, Juliet is new. Well, welcome. Yes, Anissa's new. Okay, welcome everybody. Juliet, you just popped on camera. Do you want to introduce yourself? Tell us, you just muted. Where are you? Juliet? I think
Or
she's
Pam,
trying.
if you're available now. Looks like Pam might say
Hey,
something.
hold on.
I think she's trying to unmute. There she is. Oh, we can't hear you. You might have to jump off and back on, and your audio might be messed up. But yeah, we can't hear you. That's okay. Try jumping back on, and then we'll give you the mic. Okay. Who else? What did you say, babe? Anissa? Anissa, do you want to say hi? Putting all the newbies on the spot. There she is. Hi.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm driving, but no, I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, go side. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for the welcome, and I'm excited to
Yeah.
get to know everybody.
Where are you
Welcome.
from?
I live in San Diego.
Hey, 619.
Cali girl. Love it. Well, welcome. We're excited you're here. Yes, welcome everybody new. Guys, we have convention coming up. Amanda and I were on the phone earlier. I thought it was like 4 months away. She's like, bro, it's literally like 2 months. Like, oh my gosh. So, um, you guys, I just want to say we are, we're what, 7, 8 months old as a team, and we're exploding. Oh, Pam? Oh, that's okay. We're exploding, and I thought it was pretty damn cool that we are gonna have like 40 people from this team so far, and more people keep jumping in every day, showing up at convention. We're all getting matching t-shirts and everything. And oh, I just actually heard back from our photographer today. So Alex and I have a meeting with them. It's a husband and wife couple. Lindsay, I don't know if Lindsay's on. Lindsay introduced us, but they're a local photography couple that do videography and everything in Houston. So we have a meeting with them tomorrow morning to get all the details of what we are looking for. But that's going to be Saturday. So the convention event ends at like 1 o'clock, and then we'll all meet up probably at like 3, and do like a 2 hour video and photo shoot as a team. I think it's gonna be pretty badass because we did one locally here with like 10 people. I can't imagine like 40 of us like all bossing out. It's gonna be so good. So if you haven't gotten your ticket yet or looked into coming, please come. We would love to have you be a part of it. It's the first one. Yes, Patty, get your ticket. It's the first one that this company has ever done too. So they're gonna show out and it's gonna be so much fun. So okay, I want to open up with wins. Does anybody have a win or anything they want to share? Oh, Giselle, yes, go ahead. She's like, I got people to shout out.
Hi guys, I missed you guys. I could name so many, but I am so super excited. particularly want to shout out Rakia. Rakia, I think, is 2 weeks in, and just her resilience and the reason I want to bring light to it too is because, her perspective could have been what didn't work and, dwelling in the is it going to work here or even conversations. And she just really grabbed it, not even knowing everything, but really made no excuses. I mean, I cannot tell you how many three-ways we have been in, so many people commenting, and I'm just so excited for her, but more so because without having to know like all the logistics, and I know some people are like that, I'm definitely not like that. Just her telling her experience, even in the short time, and just being so excited about her story because her story matters, but also, inviting me to be able to tell my story, tag teaming, and I mean, she's on here. I'm so excited to see her face this week. Last week she was on, and I didn't know she was on, but even t tag teaming, I'm sure she would agree. Like, your story is so powerful. And really quick, want to say, I saw somebody in the message today and I didn't get to respond of like, oh, I can't remember who it was, so forgive me, but I think she was saying, like, do I overshare or am I saying too much? And I don't think you could ever overshare your story. I mean, your story matters and it's what connects people. And so, I would just say, obviously, don't over answer, but just share from your heart. So I'm so super excited. Rakia is about to promote again, but she is helping so many people and she's already had such amazing results. And then Christy, I don't know if Christy's on here, but actually, Christy, we didn't even realize that she promoted. And how beautiful is that? Because it's like a business with no freaking stress, like literally no stress. Sadly, I was in the hospital with my daughter all week last week, and I was even telling my husband, like, it is crazy that I was not stressed. I mean, I was talking to Ricky, I was talking to my team, and it was just like to be able to be in business with people where you're truly helping and not convincing, it just makes such a difference. And I really want to just encourage, everybody to realize that, like, if you are one of those people, like, is this really true? Like, can this happen? It freaking can. Like, this is reality for so many people. So don't get stuck in the mindset of like what hasn't happened. I'm so excited for Christy. So she promoted and she's about to promote again. But more than anything, she's growing her team and just so like the excitement that we just want everyone to win. So I'm just on a high of just like, yes, I'm so excited. I'm so proud of everybody. You guys are just killing it.
Yes, love it. Well, congrats to your team, kicking ass. Love to hear it. Anybody else have some wins or anything they want to share?
Hello.
Yes, let's hear it.
Okay. Hi. Okay. So I have a lot. I'm going to just try to remember the few because I see people on here. So, Laura, first off, congratulations to you, girl. You hit lead brand partner, and I'm so excited. She
Let's
grabbed her tickets to
go.
convention, so she's going to be there too. And then I know, Dana, you're not direct to me, but I still got to shout you out because, girl, you were kicking ass and taking names. I mean, I'm just going to put it out there. Like, you've already gotten so many customers, and then you've brought on like 5 partners this week. So I'm
Damn.
so excited for
Oh
you.
no, it was me.
And then Annie, girl, let's just go ahead and give you all the tea because you're doing amazing. And then, I know she just lost her puppy, which broke my heart. So I just want to say, girl, I'm thinking about you and I love you. But I'm so proud of you and I'm so excited for you. She's down 7 pounds, I think she said, in her first week on the shot.
Let's
So,
go.
yes. And then also Megan's on here. She is kicking butt, getting orders. She just got her first brand partner. So I'm so excited for her. And I'm like looking at the screen to see if there's anybody else on here. Because and Michaela, she's not on here, but she just hit senior brand partner. So yeah, there's just so much happening, and I'm just so proud of everybody. This is so much fun, and I cannot wait to see all of you guys at convention.
Yes, you guys are your team is exploding right now. And it's amazing. It's amazing to watch. You guys all are just like high quality people. We love having new people come in that just like I don't know, it's a good breath of fresh air when you come in and you fit it and you're hustling, but you get the vision, and we love to see it. So, welcome all of you, and you're kicking ass like right out the gates. We love to see it. So, okay, anybody else want to share?
I'm gonna go because I
Yeah.
gotta shout out a couple people. First
Okay.
off, I'm gonna shout out Liz. She is over 9K in PV right now. Like she is
Ooh.
absolutely killing it. I am so proud of her. She just ranked up. She's about to rank back up to team manager. The whole Randy too. Randy is like close to 8K in PV. She's close to
Wow.
advanced director. Like everybody on this team is freaking on fire in Dell. Like this whole team going to conference. I'm so excited to walk up with you guys. Like it's
I
gonna be
know.
so epic.
Yeah.
But I also have to give a shout out to Amanda Cisco. She actually had a one-on-one meeting with a gym today.
Hey.
Nice.
She got pamphlets printed out and she was going there in person and had a one-on-one with the gym. So I'm actually waiting to hear after she gets the kiddos down to see how that went. But I'm super proud of her for her reels have kind of transitioned into education. Like she is more in the educational part of it. So I told her I'm really proud of her with that and getting out of the comfort zone. Um,
Yes.
and then Debbie, obviously you have been killing it with consistency and getting those orders, girl. Like
Yes,
it takes
Debbie.
time. People need to build trust, but I promise you guys, like as you talk about it, you talk like Giselle said, talk about your stories and keep talking about it because there's gonna be people that have not heard that story yet, and they're gonna be like, wow, you came from what? You did what? So keep saying those stories, even if it gets annoying to other people. Who cares? Those other people are either going to be with you or not. And if they're not with you, oh well, you're still going to go. You're still going to keep going. But yeah, I just had to get in here and just shout everybody out because oh, and Erin, I don't know if she's on. Erin's brand new. She just got her first order today. Signed
Woohoo!
yesterday. So proud of her.
Let's
But
go.
yeah, just a lot of big wins and I'm really proud of everybody. Really proud of everybody. Killing it.
Hey, I want to shout out Deb too because I always see Deb showing love to everybody on the team. So if you ever
Yes.
are blessed enough to get a like thrown your way from Deb, please show her some love back because she is very consistent as well. So I do see those things. We do notice them. So shout out Deb for being a big team player, not just, it's easy to get kind of caught and look at your downline and just see who's kind of, helping out financially or whatnot, but just showing love in all directions, even if they're not necessarily under you or whatnot. So we appreciate that.
I appreciate that. I have to tell you, I'm a people person. I love everybody. I don't know everybody, but some people say I'm too much. But you know what? I'm a Greek girl. I'm real and I am raw and I am here for the duration. And I'm so excited to meet everybody. So
That's
We
dope.
love you,
thank you.
Debbie.
You're
Thank
exactly who you're supposed to be. You're not too much. Fuck all
you.
that.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, well, I want to shout out the fact that I think Laura is hopping on late, she said, but Laura is 3 orders away from director. And if you're new, director is 12,000 in team sales. It's a really big deal. That's the first of the leadership ranks. That's where you unlock generational pay, aka you start making gangster money, residual money. Like it's really awesome to see. And so yeah, 3 orders away for her. I have to pull up the freaking ranks because there's so many ranks and we're like, still haven't even like memorized them all. But Giselle is this close to hitting advanced director. She's like right there. That's happening. That's a big deal, guys. 24,000 in sales. And then we got Tiffany. I don't know if Tiffany's on right now, but Tiffany is like 2 or 3 orders away from director as well. Yeah, big month of promotions on this team, and I love to see it because, traditionally in network marketing, people will be like, on average, people last like 2, 3 months, and then, it's a lot of turnover. The people that are winning, we're seeing people, you heard Destiny shout out a bunch of people who just joined in the last like 2 weeks. They're crushing it. But we're also seeing people that have been here since the very beginning who are still growing. Like, they're still moving forward, and to see that type of momentum, that growth, that excitement, I freaking love it. Super proud of all of you guys. Anybody else? I don't want to take any wins away. Any personal wins? Giselle, didn't you get some new pants or something? You went down. size too.
Can we talk about it? In fact,
51, by the way, guys. She's 51. Who was I talking to about it earlier? I was like, yo, Giselle looks like she's 30.
thank you. Oh my goodness. Well, first
No,
of
it was
all,
me. We were literally talking about you on the phone. Nice stuff. But I was like, yo, I was just looking at her reels and I'm like, I cannot believe she's 51 years old. Like, I don't even believe it.
thank you, Amanda. I needed that. Well, you know what's so crazy? I'm not joking you. 72 jeans I have to try on, and I have received so many messages. Can I buy your jeans? Can I buy your jeans? But I need to go on and update because I was telling Delaney, my size twos don't fit. I don't need to lose any more weight, but it's not like it's a bad loss, like I'm building muscle. I I'm not looking in the mirror because I'm conceited at all. I just can't believe that it is really me, like walking
Yeah.
by the mirror. And I'm so excited for summer. Like, who's not excited for the sun? But the fact that I am literally going to really be in a bikini and I look at pictures and I'm like, girl, how did you not see you were that fluffy? Like, there's such a difference. So I'm so excited. Yeah, Ronnie doesn't know all the jeans I bought, but that's okay. You don't need to know about all that. I mean, what was I going to do? I had to. Nothing was fitting. I'm
That's
so excited.
that is exciting. That's a good
I
point.
want to thank Marissa for giving me half of her closet the other day.
That's what
Wow.
She
I'm
did
going
a
to be
cycle
doing.
through as well, and I got rid of like 25 bags of like garbage bags full of fat clothes, y'all. So like,
Wow.
but I was able to take Marissa's hand-me-downs, and they're the right size for me now. So super excited about that, and go Marissa for being so teeny tiny. Also, I got asked to be interviewed on a publication that used to cover me in my old business. And they're like, what are you up to? And I'm like, well, something new. They're like, tell us about it. So I put a bunch of y'all's before and after pictures in the article. Should come out in a couple weeks. So I'll share it with you
Wow.
guys when you get a chance, when I get a chance. Yeah.
Hannah, you are always like involved with the coolest shit. Like you were featured on Tony Robbins. I just saw you put up like podcast videos that look so professional and legit. There was something else really cool. Like, you wrote a book. Like now you're doing this. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
You're really
and I've been
awesome.
working on my brand because I've the feedback from like my own inner self and a few trusted friends was like, "Hey, you're doing a great job. I love your message, but it's heavy." So like, I'm starting to do a little bit different. So I'm adjusting some stuff and really locking in the brand. I'm gonna just call it. I'm gonna call it showing her self-love, and I'm gonna switch the story from like the heavy part to the good part, and I think that's gonna help a little bit. So I just wanted to also say, just on that note, like if anybody's liking the idea of what Dell presented, like the idea of having like an angle or a brand. And even for someone who used to be a branding coach, like I have had to adjust and work with and mold it and try it and figure it out. I'm a human design like experimenter, if you guys know any human design. And I had to like try things and I had to like, make it look like that for a minute and not be worried that I'm like maybe adjusting it 3 weeks later. Like just play with some stuff because I feel like the further I get, the more I lock it in and it's everything's going to be better for it. And then if some of these things pop off, like publications are getting noticed or a reel goes viral for you guys, it's like, it's all for something. So I just want to mention it's like, don't get discouraged. I was privy to knowing that somebody was reaching out to someone else recently and just said, like, I feel like I haven't found my thing. So just don't give up on it. Just keep trying and keep posting, even if you're not sure, and it'll mold, it'll come.
Yes. Great. Um, Also I want to shout out Lucinda. Love seeing your beautiful face on here. She actually messaged me earlier, and was like, okay, give me some tips. I need to get like going with this, da 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 da. And I was like, number one, start like showing up to the calls because even if it's like I know the last thing you want to freaking do, I get it. Like there's always those moments where you're like, another freaking Zoom. I get it, guys. Like we're not like, we're human too. But I'm telling you, you always walk away feeling inspired, on fire. Stay close to the fire. You never, it's like going to the gym, right? I freaking hate it, but when I do, I'm like, okay, yeah, you were right. I feel better. Like it's the same thing with this. You will feel better. So I just want to shout you out because that was literally like an hour ago, and here you are on the Zoom. So amazing. Okay, anybody else? Last call. Okay, So, real quick, I want to go over one thing with y'all. I don't know if you guys noticed, I had my Instagram, my newer one taken down for a day, and it was, oh my gosh. I mean, here's the thing, and I will tell you, you guys will never see me back down. Like, I don't care how many Instagrams I lose. Like, I will rebuild 100 of them if I have to and do whatever I have to do. Because you have to be very, very resilient in this line of work. In anything that you do that you want to be successful in, right? But it still doesn't mean it's not frustrating as hell when that happens because, you know, you put a lot of work into building a network and nurturing relationships and content and all that. So my point is, I did get it back. Lovely, which is amazing. However, I do see it left and right happening more and more. You know, some of us are, you know, in leadership chats with other people, other teams in the company, and they're having some people get their stuff shut down. I have usually steered away from even talking about this too much because I don't want to fear people into not posting. Okay. But I think it is smart to be equipped at least and be knowledgeable that there are, here's what it comes down to the name brands like Eli Lilly and what is it, Norva Notice, whatever, they don't like us. They hate people like us in compounding pharmacies because we're providing better quality shit a lot cheaper. That's just what it comes down to. It's money. Okay, so they've hired a ton of bots to go out there and literally report and take down anybody talking about peptides and the shot because it's taking business away from them. And the more that they can shut us down, I mean, social media, it's everywhere, right? You can't even open up and scroll 2 seconds without seeing something about peptides. So, because of that, we are under a little bit of a target. Now, again, don't let that scare you into not showing up. I'm going to tell you right now, the one thing with our account getting shut down yesterday, I was like, well, at least like we still know we're making freaking $40,000 a month selling this shit even without an Instagram. And I don't say that as a flex. I say that as the money is here right now. This is where it's at. It's booming, the demand. Like, tap into it. Don't shy away from it, but let's be smart about it, right? So I want you guys to protect yourself. You know, and if any of the other leaders want to chime in too on some things they've kind of discovered through, you know, maybe getting some posts flagged and whatnot. But you want to stay away from posting the terms GLP, GLP-1, okay, and get creative. As I'm saying this, I'll also give you some ways to get creative. So GL, if you've ever seen somebody, I know Destiny does it, I've done it a few times, where the P emoji, like the food emoji of a pea pod or whatever, okay, use that in place of the P. Okay, so GLP-1, Ozempic, Mounjaro, Zepbound, tirzepatide, semaglutide. Do not put any of those words on a video, in a caption, anything like that. Now you can abbreviate, you know, and get creative. Even microdose is getting flagged.
Weight
Peptide.
loss.
Peptide's getting flagged. Yeah, weight loss is getting flagged. That one, him and I
They're
will probably go back and forth
they're
on, but
watching it is what I'm saying. Like
I
these
don't know if
bots
I'm going to
follow
stop
these
that one.
hashtags.
Yeah, it's just it's gotten out of hand. Honestly, it's like, bro, we literally built this whole freaking network marketing space. I feel like as Beachbody coaches, you know, 10 years ago, if anybody else went down that road, it's like that's all you saw at that point was like people posting about weight loss and before and afters, and you know, it works, and all these other companies that were all weight loss focused, right? And now, you know, you're getting shut down even for mentioning that. So, some ways to get creative. You know, if you want to talk about your results, let's say you're down 20 pounds. Maybe don't say I'm down 20 pounds or I've lost 20 pounds. You could say 20 down. Everybody knows what you're talking about. 20 with an arrow down. And you're showing a before and after video. It's very, you know, people can infer that. Another thing with peptides, we saw Kim Moore is another leader in the company. She had her account taken down, so she's been getting creative. She calls it peppers, and I actually, I kind of like it. Alex started using that last night. I think I'm gonna use either that. I was like, peppers, maybe pepperoni. I mean, that kind of be weird. Like, I'm down 98 pounds with pepperonis. Like, people are like, what? I could eat pepperoni and lose weight. But when I saw her talking on her story, I was like, wait, she's talking about she had this whole life glow up over peppers. And then it took me a second. I was like, oh, that's her code for peptides. So, you know, and the more you kind of get creative and stick to the same creativity, they will catch on to what you're talking about. The biggest thing is also when you're showing yourself injecting, covering the needle where it's entering the skin, okay? Whether it's you putting like the words on the screen with a block like the block words and it's over the needle injection, or you put an actual emoji over the injection site. They don't like to see needles penetrating skin. Things are getting flagged as we're selling drugs. Now, let me be clear. We do not sell the drugs. We don't prescribe the drugs. We are the middlemen, okay? We are connecting people to the doctors. Everything is absolutely legit that we're doing. But again, it's out of our control. You know, we're gonna have to like work with them on this, and I didn't want to for the longest
Educators
time.
is how we are listed in the terms and conditions.
What did you say?
Said educators is what we're
Yeah.
listed as in the terms.
Yeah. I mean, and listen, this is very painful for me because I am not like, you know, I live in the gray. I'm not this like very overly compliant person, if you know me, but I also want to keep things like safe and I'm all about like ask for forgiveness, not permission in some areas. But with this, it's more so just protecting your livelihood, because I just don't want you guys to lose your accounts. So another strategy, okay, there's a leader in the company, Elizabeth Barr, she's puts up huge numbers, and she hired a social media coach to help her kind of strategize how to post moving forward to avoid getting shut down. And this coach, you guys might know who it is, Jackie Richards. She's pretty well known on social media. She's actually with our company. I didn't even know that. She's under Team Joy somewhere, which is pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, I didn't know that either. But she's a big, you know, I wouldn't say influencer, but she's a well-known person in the industry. Well, she hired her and she gave her a bunch of tips and tricks on how to kind of promote without getting flagged. And a lot of it comes down to curiosity marketing, which is a little bit different for us because we're that loud, bold team. You know, Destiny's shaking it around, shoving the needle in her stomach, like, and I'm all about it. Trust me, I'm all about it. But hers is gonna be more so like showing your results and being like, I'm down 98 or 98 down, and by adding in one thing, and no, it's not a supplement, comment details to find out what I used. 98 down by using this one thing that is super controversial. You know, message me details to find out what it is. Now, here's where the mental block's going to come in because I've experienced it. Okay, when you already know everybody has been seeing you post that you're on the shot, right? So you're like, well, how am I going to start just posting like acting like, you know, I'm not saying what it is. Remember, when you are posting on your feed, guys, you are posting to the brand new person, the person that has not been following you. Your stories is where you're nurturing your current audience and you're converting your current audience, right? And your stories you can get a little bit more rogue, just a little bit, not too much, but
Yeah, I got flagged on a story. I now
yeah,
I'm under the impression that stories is where people are reporting you because typically stories is where you can kind of be a little more free with it, but I actually got a story taken down of one of our shot caller menus, but I also had prices on there. This was a few months ago. This was probably 2 months ago, early on. So I know never post prices
yeah,
ever. Don't
yeah.
ever put a dollar sign and how much they can get for it. That is like number one. And I see Amy talking about disclaimers. It's not really a gray area. Like there's in the back office, if you look at like the rules and whatnot, they say when to do it. However, when you are posting, like I started putting it because of Meta's AI. So when they see the words for educational purposes only, that automatically tells their AI almost skip over it. They're good. So it's not like 100% for anything. Like you can't say for educational purposes only, I want to kill the president. Like you can't say stupid shit like that. All right. But for when you're talking about peptides, when you're talking about medications and whatnot, it's a safe. I put it at the very bottom. So especially, when you post a reel, the first few words are you can see it before you tap it or click it, right? So I never put for educational purposes at the very top because I don't want that to be the first thing people see on the reel. I put it all the way at the bottom, just like the drug companies do in the commercials. They put very fine print at the bottom of these damn commercials so you can barely even see it, and they flash it for a split second and then it goes away. So I'm kind of just taking one out of their playbook, honestly.
Yeah, and guys,
So are you saying, I'm sorry to interrupt. So are you saying to inject too? Like, I don't cover when I inject on stories, but are you saying that we should start doing that?
if you want to be super safe,
Okay.
now listen, I'm telling you what's going to make you super safe. I'm not necessarily going to do all of this personally. I like
Okay.
And I'm just being honest, like Alex and I, he's more cautious with stuff, and
I
I
get on
respect
her
that.
all the time. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
but
said
you're
am
these
not.
get
also
taken
connected.
down.
You're also connected to the one person that like
Yeah,
she's
I
just
also
so
have a
that
target on
that
my back by a
If
psychopath.
yeah,
she didn't have me, her
exactly.
shit would have been canceled 3 months ago. I'll just say that.
um, like I personally probably won't be putting disclaimers in mine, but I don't think it's a bad idea. You know, it just depends on how you want to roll the dice, if you will. I feel like I've come a long way. Okay, I was out there freaking shooting up, saying crazy shit, putting out hard selling, and that's the thing. He said, no pricing. We got our Shot Girls Only account taken down for a little bit a couple months ago because I posted, and I didn't even know within groups it's a problem, but I posted the price change for Tirzepatide dropping. And just by putting a graphic in there that said the discounted pricing on Tirzepatide, it flagged the whole group and it was a whole thing. So again, it sells. I use a CRM system. I don't know if anybody else uses Go High Level. I can't even send a text message through my CRM if it lists anything with pricing having to do with the medications. I can't even send a text that says microdose anymore. The word microdose is getting flagged. So they're getting a hold of freaking CRM systems, like, so but you guys, we're gonna have to just like get creative. I mean, what's the alternative? You
One
do
of
nothing.
Hey, hey
Uh,
guys, also let me tell you this too. If you
who's
guys
talking?
see on anybody's post that it says community notes, there is certain ways that you can help. If you see on there that it says that you found that this note was helpful or not helpful, go on there and click not helpful. And if there's enough of them, sometimes they'll take them off. And you guys can also request to become community note people. And that way it kind of helps. And that way, if you see our fellow shop people, you can put on there like, no, this note is not helpful, and it will keep it from going up. That's what I've done on Instagram to try to like keep it
Laura,
from
explain
doing.
what a community note is, because I don't even really know what that is.
Okay, so basically the community notes now are to where if they think that they're putting out misinformation, or like now they're putting on like some of mine for the FTC, like this person makes money. Well, duh. Okay, obviously, like I'm talking about it. Why would I be, but it's stupid. Or even if it's just a link that you have for Amazon, this and that, so we'll go on there, and it doesn't hurt anything, but it just doesn't look good if you have a note on there saying this person is breaking the law because on this code for the FTC, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So it's just dumb. But they've just started this and they've rolled it out to certain people, and you can request to be the community note people. They have it on Facebook and Instagram.
Laura, you mean FCC or FTC?
FCC.
FTC.
Federal Trade
FCC.
Commission?
Yes. Like the
I mean,
FDA.
I still got, is she saying FT or FC?
T is in Tango.
Tango. Okay, so Federal Trade. Okay, because we are
Yeah.
regulated by the FCC as well for
What?
income claims and whatnot. So that's why I thought that's what you meant.
Yeah. So instead of like, like the FDA, like with supplements and all that, they're putting on there that like people are breaking the law against the FTC for not having a disclaimer that they can earn money or whatever. And then if they have people like with some of the supplement stuff, like this is the FDA, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. So it's just kind of dumb. But you guys can go on there and put on there like not helpful. If you click on it, if there's so many, sometimes they'll take it away. And if you become a note person, you can kind of help like go through there. And if you see someone put, hey, this is not helpful.
yeah.
I have a quick question. So would you say would you not encourage, like in your stories when you link something and like as a description, like only 2.99 or whatever, like
Yeah, don't
Alex,
do
when you
that.
were saying, okay. I mean, I haven't, but I've seen some people do it, and so I thought I'd ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Stay away from anything that comes off salesy, like the pricing at all. Like I would just be like, for more info, click here, or for more info, reach out, stuff like that. And then,
One of the best things I read was uh if you're going to put in text, talk about what you're fixing. So if you're talking about hormone regulation, small tissue, like if you want to talk about BPC 157, talk about small tissue repair, right? If you want to, you know, whatever growth, I mean, you could say growth hormone, but that's not specific enough. If you're talking about, I just said enough. If you're talking about sermorelin or ipamorelin and tesamorelin and whatnot. So whatever that they help. So if you're talking about lean muscle and sleep and recovery, then you want to talk about sermorelin, right? So energy, MOTS or NAD. So talk about if you need more energy, hit me up or whatever you want to say to get them to kind of reach out to you or whatnot, instead of saying the peptide directly, because the names are getting flagged, the words are getting flagged, but the what you're actually helping out is not getting flagged.
Yeah. And here's the thing, guys, like people are drawn to your story, your results. Okay. And it's not the specific word that's going to make or break whether they buy from you. In fact, the more curiosity you can make it, I'll tell you right now, Kelly has built her whole business. I think it was like about the first 8 months of her being over here. She was doing it through curiosity marketing and just posting like results with her jeans being looser. And saying, I added in one new thing. No, it's not a supplement. Reach out if you want to know what it is, stuff like that. What I want you to do, because if you're sitting here going, okay, well, how do I do this? Go into your chat GBT and just explain the situation and just say, listen, I am a representative for a telemedicine company and I market my before and after on social media and I need to be very careful to not get flagged and I need to stay away from certain words. How can I market my journey and my results in a safe, compliant manner? And it'll give you a bunch of, literally did it last night and it gave me all these ideas. Like Alex was saying, with the trizepatide, talking about food noise, cravings being turned off, no more food noise, no more inflammation. Just, I
Pant
remember
sizes.
when Giselle first started, she didn't have hot flashes anymore for the first time. Talk about the actual results that you're getting and experiencing. And then I love throwing it out there because when people are so used to supplements being what people push, that if you're like, no, it's not a supplement,
It's not a
this is
mushroom
something,
coffee.
yeah, this was something recommended by my doctor. Reach out if you want to know more. Boom. Like, get creative with it.
Maria, hashtags, those are, I mean, it's kind of the same ballpark.
Yeah, don't.
However, some of my posts where I'm specifically being educational, I will put hashtag peptides. Um,
I would not do that.
but yeah, that will also get AI doesn't just look at the post. It may start screening your profile if you start putting that too much. So if in your bio you have peptides or, a shot emoji, it'll start getting digital eyes, like AI eyes of Meta's AI on you. So yeah,
We
sometimes
can't
I
even
do
put
it
a
if it's
shot emoji
I
anymore.
That one is getting also
yeah, I don't know.
flagged
Wow. Okay. Or even if we spell out peptides with P and
with the
then the
E's, with the
number three
threes.
or whatever,
That's
like spelling
better.
it weird.
That's better. Yeah. I mean, you can still do stuff like that, but here's the thing. I wish it was black and white. It's not. And you'll see people, I see posts all the time with these big accounts and they got the word peptide. They're showing the shot everywhere. And you're like, what the fuck, man? How's that fair? Like they get to do it, but it's only a matter of time. And I'm telling you, it takes that one post and I've had it happen too many times now. So, you can get away with it until you can't. I always think about the analogy with the crocodile hunter, right? Like he used to fucking wrangle those stingrays all the time, and he survived every single time like it was nothing. And then the one time it got him, and then boom, he's dead. So it's kind of like you want to play with fire and risk it. I'm all about
What
it,
about
but I
what
also
about
I get it. It's frustrating too. So
what about in my bio? I have like medical weight loss and peptide consultant. Like that's gotta go.
I would get rid of peptide and the word medical as well. So go into your
Okay.
chat GBT and screenshot your bio and say, help me rewrite this so I don't get flagged.
Okay.
And it will, and it'll give you good ideas.
I had a question from one of my girls. How about our Canva slides, like that have numbers and amount?
That's
Mm,
what got flagged for mine was
yeah, I would not.
posting the pricing one.
yeah, I would edit those. And I'm not going to take the time to go through and edit them all personally, but if anybody who has Canva, you can just literally delete them. Delete the numbers, get creative with how you even want to spell those out too. I mean, there's ways to get creative with this stuff. But yeah, Marissa,
And yeah, I wanted to add in too, guys, like we are all capable of, like she said, editing our stuff. We don't have to wait for Delaney to come in and do it or throw something out. Like we can take the initiative and do it because she's already got, a lot of stuff. And if she's throwing something out, like the best thing we can do is just be like, thanks, girl. And then if we need something to do with it, like we can figure it out or, those kinds of things. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, no, thanks. Yeah, guys, just being resourceful. I'm all about, I mean, we do. This team, I'm telling you, if I had all the damn resources we have 8 years ago, it would have been lights out scary.
And it's never the resources that are gonna get you a sale.
They
It's
help,
you
but
talking.
but it's you. You are the
People are
secret sauce.
people who are gonna listen to you talk on your stories or talk about it or talk about, dropping 3 pant sizes or being able to get into a bikini or all that stuff is what really is the stuff that actually translates and converts.
But
Yeah.
we are really lucky, though, to have all those resources that you guys are constantly pushing out. And I just wanted to make sure, like, that we all understand that because I've never been in a company or a team that has that many resources, like, being pushed out. So, I just know, and I mean, I'm not saying for anybody, I just know that people can get used to that kind of stuff and then get kind of greedy. So I just want to make sure that we all like just fully appreciate like what her and Alex are doing and Amanda, because Amanda, like, she spends a lot of time on some of the graphics that she, pours into us. So I just wanted to add that.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it, Laura. Um, okay. Are we all clear on on that? I mean, it's not even, I know it's not very clear. It's annoying as hell, I'll be honest, guys, but I mean, we get paid the big bucks. We're gonna have to just figure it out and adapt, you know?
I mean, Ellie's
They
main
are not
account
gonna
got
win.
shut.
What?
I haven't seen Ellie's main account come back up yet.
Yeah, I mean, it happened to corporate too. I mean, it does not discriminate, let me tell
Ellie's,
you.
Ellie's Instagram account came down.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple times it's come back and gone away and yeah. Yeah, and also I'm gonna tell you, there's some people out there. I've been hit up 3 times today by people with this company Legal Shield. Girl, give me $36 and I'll have a lawyer send some shit in for you. I'm not doing it until I actually see it come to fruition. Actually, I don't think Steph's on. Steph actually is trying it. So I'm like, okay, you be the guinea pig. If it works, amazing. I will tell all of you guys to do that. But it's also an MLM company. So it's like, I'm all about the hustle, but I want to make sure it's legit before we. I think the concept's amazing to have that legal protection in place, but no, I mean, we've tried. We've been introduced to people that tell us they're going to get our accounts back for us and drag it out, and it never happens. So, um, anyways, okay. Well, shifting lanes. Jen would love for you to talk with us. Jen has some stuff going on with her husband being sick last week. He's better now, thankfully. Otherwise, she would have been on last week's call. She would have been on the Rising Stars bullet that we had. I just featured everybody that was speaking that night, but Jen is absolutely a rising star. Now, when we say rising star, it comes off maybe like it's like a new, or like, oh, they're brand new. Jen's not brand new, but if we would have done Rising Stars back in the beginning, Jen would have been on there her first, month here. And Jen and Alex, maybe you want to actually introduce her because you're her sponsor and who you've had, a relationship for 20 something years, but Jen's never done this before and she kicks ass.
I
So.
feel like we both are. I feel
Well,
like
we both are, but
you
I
guys
always feel
resonate
like
with
I do the
women and
talking.
similar kind of journeys and whatnot. I mean, Jen had three kids, and I'm not trying to tell your story for you or whatnot, but
She's
you guys had
graduating.
similar weight loss journeys from USC. Somebody from USC is here, aren't they? Don't we have somebody from there? No?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have a somebody who works there.
Oh, anyway, um, Yeah, huge shout out. You already kind of did her a blessing right now, and she's just a really good, close family friend who I've known for years. And we have our monthly poker tournaments that she destroyed me last year in, but I think I'm up there this year. I think I'm actually making a good run for it. Anyway, Jen,
Yeah. Yeah, she guys, she's okay, first off, she literally like has like a farm, okay? So she takes care of chickens and animals, three kids. One is literally like a little baby, and she's about to get her master's degree, and she's brand spanking new to network marketing, and has been crushing it. I mean, she's hit 5,000 PV when you look at what she's done. She's working on two accounts. She's put up huge numbers. She's brought in teammates. Like she's working both sides of this. She's on all the calls. So, and she's very consistent with her posting. So I would love for Jen to just kind of share some kind of key points and takeaways for anybody on here that's new or needs to maybe get reignited.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here. And I mean, you said it right. I am new to network marketing. I think before anything on me highlighting words of encouragement or even what's working for me, I want to preface by saying I am acutely aware and open arms that I need to accept, being a good learner and taking advice and being receptive and all of that because I don't know it all. And I think more than anything, that is what has spearheaded a lot of my success, being trainable, listening to criteria, what's working, what's not working, and really augment, it into my style. So I think that that has been really helpful. And you're right. I'm very, very busy. I did finish my master's degree and I do run a full farm. I am a full-time manager at a very large hospital out of San Francisco. I have three kids that keep me very busy. And then of course the friendships and family that I want to nurture. So there's a lot going on. But I also think that that helped to complement the business because while I started with Ellie as a customer and it was a significant reason why I lost the last 40 pounds, I started with just 20 loss at another company and then met Delaney through Alex at a pool party. And Delaney was like just dabbling into Ellie and telling me her story. And that was how I met her, sitting by a pool talking about how we used to be fat and we just got our boobs done and we were vibing off similar stuff. So Delaney was like, join me. And she was in my ear. And this was, I don't know, my last semester of grad school. And I was like, just wait, I can't put one more thing on my plate because I will literally just die. So I finished the last semester and I was like, okay, let's pull the trigger. I'm ready to join. I don't even know what I was joining, to be honest. I was just a customer. But I knew what the customer experience looked like. I trusted Delaney by way of building a friendship behind her, Alex's family. I leaned into that. And then when I pulled the trigger, I needed to be I mean, my journey for fat loss, and I'll call it that, it's not weight loss. Like I was truly, a mom of three and I'm in my mid 40s. So everything was working against us. But my journey was very, very quiet. Nobody knew what I was doing. I didn't share. I wasn't transparent. So I knew if I had to jump in here that I had to really tell my friends what I was doing and my family and be open to that. And once that gate unlocked and my sense of comfort opened up, I think that's where what is working now really started to work. Um, when Delaney called me tonight to catch up on this topic, I thought about what I wanted to say, and one of that is really what's working now. So I I don't share perfect content. I'm not perfect. I don't look polished every day. I mean, there are nights that my baby keeps me up a lot and I'm really, really freaking tired, to be honest. But I show up and I have real stories. And I think that resonates with whoever's looking at it because I am real. I'm not like one of these influencers that has a perfect body and doesn't, say anything wrong. That's not me. So I'm consistent with that message, and I think consistency beats intensity. Real reality consistently beats intensity. I show up daily. I participate in conversations. And then my personality in general. I mean, I'm not gray like Delaney is, and I wish I could be. I think that's a wonderful world to live in where you can, be creative and stretch the limit. I'm not, but I am very, very black and white, and I feel like my profession, what I do, in my regular life is the reason why. But I needed to know how that was going to work for me. And when I'm black and white, I'm building trust. I'm leaning into teaching others. I'm, reinforcing why people already love me and why they should follow me in this chapter. So I think that's working well, is leaning into who I really am. And then my style, I mean, I lead with my story. I lead with what I'm doing daily. I lead with the pant sizes, the bikini, the non-scale victories. I lean in with all of that, not necessarily the product. And I want to reinforce that message for some of the newbies that that has truly worked really well. I'm selling myself in a good way, you know what I mean? I'm not selling the product. I've seen some of my network marketing friends, Arbonne specifically. I mean, I have a friend that I've bought the product off for many, many years, and she's always talking about Arbonne, and I didn't really know why. But now I know why I shouldn't talk about the product a lot, because I think people are coming because I'm real and I'm relatable and I'm human. I'm not trying to be a doctor. I'm not trying to talk about this medical stuff. I'm just trying to show up unscripted. So that's a takeaway. Maybe it's helpful for someone here, and show up daily. I mean, you don't have to show up with class. You don't have to show up with a script. You don't have to show up with conviction, but just show up even when you don't feel like it. Destiny in last month's huddle or whatever these things are called, she taught me that. Just unlock it, turn on a filter, who cares? Just show up. And I, again, right, what I said in the beginning, I want to be trainable, and I listened to that, and now I show up, and it's unlocked a lot of PV for me. So, um, I think that that's really helpful. Also, I really, really care about people. I actually care about people, and I check in with them. I follow up. I thank them. I loved yesterday. Destiny was sending out thank you cards. I never even thought about that. I feel like I want to do something similar, because that's actually the human being that I am and the treatment that I want to give others, not necessarily just promote a product and, that's it. I mean, the follow up is really, really important, to care and treat others like they're human, not that they're our business or even our side hustle. So I show up daily in those areas. For affiliates, for some encouragement that I can maybe give, rest assured, none of us are experts. None of us are at our goal weight. None of us are confident. None of us are perfect. And you're just in good company to know that we're here just pushing out one day at a time, willing to share, telling our story, and and that I think really works for me. I'll stop there. I mean, I don't really know how deep you want me to go, but I'm just incredibly fortunate that the folks, I run about 30 to 40 customers at a time, and I constantly tell them thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. That was amazing.
That
Thank you
was
for.
absolutely great. I'm sitting here like, oh shit, I didn't even think of that.
No, I love it. And I wrote a few things down because my memory has been crazy lately. I did want to mention, guys, so typically, when I have somebody who's a customer, I don't even really push them to do the business unless it's like somebody who has a network or experience, right? Well, Jen didn't have experience in doing this, but she kept referring people to me. Like, okay, so pay attention to any customer you have that has referred a couple people to you. Be like, yeah, why are you not making the money off of this? Like, Jen, I literally saw I do the $25 cash,
And I
back
told you
to
to
a
F off.
referral.
$25 ain't shit in this lifetime. Like, just keep your damn money
She's
and
like,
take the
just give it
customer.
to them, give it to the customer, and I would. I'm like, thanks, Jen wants you to have the 25. And it was probably like four people, and then finally she's like, okay, okay, tell me about this business, right? And I didn't think she would, actually entertain it. And she dove in, yeah, and she's crushing it. The fact that you said 30, 40 customers, being new to this, I don't think you guys understand. I've told my story before, but my first year and a half of network marketing, I sucked. I was so bad, right? And I think that's the reality for most people that come into this. It takes a little bit to really catch your bearings and get it. It's a lot. I mean, I'm always learning still, 8 years in, but to be so new to this and to be taken off the way you are. And I wrote down a few other things. Hold on.
On that note, when you're checking your note real quick,
Yeah.
and for everyone on this call, believe your sponsor when they tell you keep going. It just unlocks just one random day, like we were talking about Deb earlier. Just one day it unlocks, and you're like, holy shit, it worked. And it keeps working, it keeps working, it keeps working. Believe that when they tell you.
Yeah, it's like that visual. I just saw it the other day where it was like they were 2 feet away from gold or something, and it was like they're in this tunnel digging and they give up, and it's like the gold's right there, but they can't see it, right? Like, and I never am trying to push somebody to just keep going for no damn reason, but like our shit actually works here, guys, and the money's actually phenomenal, and I'm not blowing smoke up anybody's ass. If you actually stick to this, put in the work, and you're coachable and you're consistent, you will get there. I have no doubt about that. And I've never felt confident saying that any other company that I've been a part of. I can tell you that though. Here we see people who are new, who don't have experience, who come in and do what Jen's doing. And it's amazing to see. Some other things she does. Well, I do want to talk about this too. One of the first times I met her, we were at a poker tournament. This was probably like 2 or 3 times after we had met. And I asked her to get some content with me. And she's like, what? What? I'm not getting that video. You were so like not
Oh,
about it. You were like, what do you mean? What do you do?
no.
I'm like, no, we're going to set up the camera. We're going to shake our ass and
You
dance a
wanted me
little
to
bit.
shimmy.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
was like,
like,
shimmy your
oh,
titties
no,
around.
I'm not shimmying with you.
She was so like not about it. It was like pulling teeth, right? And then now, guys, like she literally, you see her doing her mirror, she's shaking her ass, dancing around in her mirror, feeling herself. I mean, there's been times now where Jen will be like, "Come on, let's go grab it, let's go get a picture together," and to watch that transformation of confidence is such a beautiful thing. I think when you lost like 50 pounds, I remember being like, you like post, I was like, I did a reel or something for you and it said your weight loss. You're like, I've never even told my husband that number yet. Like, I haven't even put that out there. And I've watched her push herself out of her comfort zone. And it correlates to her success because she's growing in those areas. She's getting vulnerable. She's putting it out there. And I had one other thing. Oh, but I remember watching your story one time, just an example too, when she says she doesn't just lead with the product. She was talking about how her husband and her have been more intimate than ever. He can't keep his hands off of her, right? That's very relatable stuff. And maybe some of y'all that makes you uncomfortable to talk about, but I'm telling you, everybody gets down, okay? And if they're not, they want to be. So talk about it. But yeah,
I wrote down the same thing of how when you said lead with your story,
I thought you were gonna
which
say get
is
down with her husband.
oh no, 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 I did not write that down. I don't need that visual. So her husband and my brother grew up. So I've always known her husband because he was one of my brother's best friends. They have like a group of friends and they've actually stuck it out longer than like they're all kind of still around, but I see Mike more often than anybody else. But the part about when you said lead with your story, you don't lead with other people because I do this sometimes. I'll share other people's story, but I see some people always sharing other people's stories versus telling their story. So that's one thing that I think you do extremely well versus even like, we dropped a new product. When I mentioned the new product in a funny reel, but I haven't talked about it because I haven't taken the D-sip. I don't, it's sleep. So I think our primary focus is still, I do a lot of BPC and workout stuff, but the semaglutide and tirzepatide is still our number one. But we don't necessarily lead, or you didn't even mention about talking or leading with products or sharing other people's transformations, just yours. And that's something that I encourage other people to do. And then I wanted to ask you when you talked about you follow up, how do you keep track of who to follow up with and when you follow up with them? Because retention is in the follow up. Like you can get them with your story, you can get the sale or, helping somebody out. But if you're going to keep them, it's in those conversations, it's in those follow ups. So what do you use to keep track, Jen, of who to follow up with and when?
I am having a really hard time with this. So I think that I would probably need some advice too if we can open up. But what I'm currently having a hard time with is at the 90-day, when I hit the 90-day mark, because I've only been here since mid-October, when I hit the 90-day mark, that was really the hardest part of my business because they started to fall off while I'm trying to recoup new business. So my net new wasn't getting anywhere. The microdose people were deciding that they had finished their goal, or the full protocol people were deciding if they can financially do a re-up. So that was a really hard time for me at that 90-day mark. If I was better at my follow-up even then, not necessarily like I am now, I think I wouldn't have struggled so much at that 30-day, at that 90-day mark. So that might be a takeaway here for the team. Like when you get close to even 60 days, stay on top of those people, because those are the ones that are talking to their husbands saying, we can't do this another 3 months, or, you met your goal. What's the point? Like get ahead of those conversations. I did learn the hard way about follow up. I need to get ahead.
Can I speak on that?
Yeah.
So the thing that you said about the thank you cards, I actually learned that from a Zoom that Kelly did, like when I first started here. And I would love it if she did another one, or maybe she even has the recording. But it was basically just about like how, just the follow up and to keep the people that you do have. And I literally am so mad I can't find it, but I wrote down all 10 things and I have no clue where it is. But one of the things I definitely took away was handwritten thank you cards. Like if Kelly over here having 4 million in team sales is writing thank you cards and has businesses and all this stuff, there ain't no reason I can. So,
I love that you
um,
did that the other day, and I never thought about it. I didn't even send, thank you for my baby showers and my wedding. So I'm
girl, I didn't
horrible.
either. It's okay. I'm literally hate
I'm
that kind of stuff.
horrible
I'm
at it.
telling you guys, I do. I hate it. And I've only done it 3 times and I've been here for 7 months, but I usually say like about like every 2 to 3 months I'll do it because I'm going to have some, I'm sure I might not hit every person, but it definitely, I feel like it helps because also I just wanted to touch on one of the things that you were talking about around, that 90-day mark. Sure, I had some people fall off too, but I did kind of plan for it. I knew around, because this again was in that Zoom, around week 10, start. First off, I follow up with my customers at least once every 2 weeks. All my customers, I use Hit 'em Up. It's an app. It's easy. All my customers have an elephant beside their name. So I plug them all into the app. I just type in the elephant to add them into this chat. And then I send a message and it sends it to everybody, but it does not send it in a group. It sends it individually. Okay. So that way I at least check on them. Hey, what's up? How are you? Give me an update. But then like past that point, like I do, I look at my orders because you can see when you check your orders, like if it's month 1, month 2, month 3. Okay, and like their payment. So I look at the people that say either payment 3, you know what I'm saying? Or
Mhm.
I try to really look at it at payment 2 because I'm like, okay, it's coming up. So just to kind of get an idea where they're at. And I will say though too, but like since this price drop, I had customers come back that fell off my first 90-day round, that were like, okay girl, I see the prices dropped, I got to get back on this. I had a lot do that.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel like with the price reduction has been great. So even for you and the people that have dropped off, I mean, I would definitely reach back out to them because that's something I did with the price drop. And I do feel like it, I got a few people. And then also like, now, I'm still telling people because you have to think that when people ordered before February, you know what I'm saying? And in
Mhm. They
January
don't
and
know.
stuff, like they don't know that the price has dropped. So like I would let them know, hey, look, guess what? When you reorder your next tier, the doctor's going to you're going to have a reassessment. When you do that reassessment, you are actually going to be able to take advantage of this new pricing that we have. And then they're like, I've had a few people like, oh, really? I didn't know that. I'm like, yeah, it's literally cheaper than like what you probably paid for it for your next
Mhm.
tier. So, and it is, if they decide to do tier 1.5, that's 339. They paid 379 for tier 1. So, but no, I definitely just wanted to say that, I do reach out to people, and I feel like that it has definitely helped. I wish I could find that Zoom. I'll reach out to Kelly and see if she has it and recorded it. And if she did, I will drop it in our team chat because it was a phenomenal Zoom.
Mhm.
And like she said, the easiest customer to get is the one you already have. So
Yeah.
take care of your people.
I'm also very type A, Alex. I still operate on Outlook to remind me to pick up my own damn kids. So I I will put in, on this date and 3 weeks from now, send a text message to this person and it reminds me. There's a lot of tabs in my head. NAD's not even working for it, but here I am. But there's a lot of tabs always open. So sometimes I need even a reminder. Send a text message to Erin. Ask her how much weight she lost. Hey, send a text message to Brooke. See if her pants are fitting. And
Yeah.
that little note to myself reminds me where we left off 3 weeks ago. So even something old school, I mean that I'm in front of my computer all day, whether I'm at work or whatever. So I lean in on that too. I'm very type A.
Yeah, I use my phone calendar for my
Hmm.
reminders and whatnot.
Hmm.
Ever since I stopped working at Sac State and using Outlook, now it's just the phone calendar.
Yeah.
I keep myself pinned. I don't know if you guys can see. I keep myself. Oh
Oh,
my.
you text yourself.
Yes, I keep myself pinned. I can't do this
I
damn thing.
see it. We see
I
it what you're
text
doing.
myself all the time and
And
I
I
have mine pinned.
literally put like my latest thing was shout outs for Shanna and Danielle, update password, how to order graphics. And I'll make like a running list and then I can click edit and like add shit to it or reply to it. And it literally it's just full of stuff for this. So that's one thing I
That
do
is the
and I'm
coolest thing I've ever seen in my
pen and
entire
paper.
life.
I
Old
have
We
the
don't have
same
to be
thing.
fancy.
where the
No,
hell
paper's not
I
showing.
hate this damn
You
background thing. I
gotta
can't
put a
even.
back. You gotta put something behind it.
No, this is so stupid. Yeah, anyways, I write you guys have to get it out of your head and somewhere, right? Like there's so many tabs open. What do they say? The more pigs in the pen, the more shit you got to clean up, okay? I'm not calling anybody pigs, but I'm saying your business is going to grow, right? The more customers and teammates and leads and all this stuff, you're going to have more and more to keep track of. Put it down somewhere. Doesn't matter where, just get it out of your head so you can remember it. Yeah, Giselle, you had your hand raised and then we'll close out.
I forgot I did, but I'll be quick. Jen, loved everything. Like literally, you were speaking to my heart. I
Sorry.
love your transparency and your authenticity. I want to say, especially for what Alex said too, um, he asked Jen, like, how do you keep everything? And I do literally what Destiny was talking about, Jen's talking about. One of the things that I will say when I do ask someone, like, if they inquire, my first response is, not only like, how much weight do you want to lose, but what are your goals? Um, Beyond the scale, longevity wise, because I'm already in my mind that they don't know it yet, but they're going to be microdosing for the rest of their life. And I know for me, I did not understand that when Delaney even told me, and obviously for so many reasons, but I had someone the other day, and so like Jen, I'm always and like Destiny, like every, I would say probably week and a half, every 2 weeks, really excited about checking our messages, like what's the last thing that they said, because like Jen, I have a calendar, like I have, my family laughs at me. I have an alarm for the alarm. Okay, so many alarms. But it's like, oh my goodness, she was about to go and buy something, or she's getting ready for a wedding. So really, and remembering it, they feel special, and you're really going through that journey with them. But I had someone reassessing, and she had said, this go about is probably going to be my last. And I'm like, I said to them, this is probably bold, but that's the way I am. And I'm like, oh yeah, before you start microdosing. And she's like, oh, microdosing, like it wasn't even under her radar for microdosing. And I'm like, yeah, because these are all the reasons you're going to microdose. Remember when I asked you at the beginning, like what your goal was, beyond the scale, for like how you're feeling and how you're moving and everything. So, and she's going to be microdosed. She's like, oh my goodness, that makes so much sense. And it did take, she asked, can we get on the phone? So it is putting yourself out there. That's why I said all power to Delaney and anybody that uses I mean, I have a lot of clients, but to use an automated, I mean, I can't even imagine how you keep up with all of yours. It's going to be probably tough for me because I just want to talk to everyone. God will give me the strength then. But I really think it's setting, the precedence of not really, not telling people what they have to do, but I think showing people a different way that they may not even know. Because I will say, having lupus and Hashimoto's autoimmune, I didn't even start tirzepatide for that. I started for because I just wanted this belly gone, lower belly fat. And then I remember the first week, I think me and Holly like started like a week after, and just us being able to move our body and not hurt and everything, and like what is going on. And so things, unveiled themselves, and it's like, oh my goodness, this is not just for weight loss. It's to help your freaking life, you know? So I will say that is one of the ways that you can be consistent in following up, and don't wait until Ellie's mark when
Mhm.
reminding them about reassessing. We should already be having the conversation before their reassessment as we're reassessing them. So that way we can help them, you know, through the decision, and they already know, you know, what they're going to do, if that makes sense.
Thank
Yeah.
you. And I think I want to take a page out of Tana's book too, because when I decided that this is very purpose-driven work, I was able to lead with my heart. And I know you do the same, Giselle. And to complement how I follow up, I truly treat every client like they're my only customer. And so I think they feel that too, and there's a connection there. When it's purpose work, you get to have alignment and have that. So it's easy to follow up and they stay in your brain just because you really care about them.
Yeah. No, great points. This was a really good discussion. And just so y'all know, I know some of you guys are new here, but the last couple people that have been talking that you've heard from, you know, Jen, Destiny, Giselle, these are people who have mastered getting, you know, customers and keeping them. And somebody said it, but I always tell Alex this because, you know, he's like, when I drop elephants, he's like, are those new orders or are they reorders? I'm like, they're reorders. But listen, I think a reorder is even more important than a new order because anybody can get a customer, but can you keep them, right? Like that's what's most important. And these people, you know, and I say master it, I know we're always still growing and learning, but y'all are so good at what you do, and you care so much about your people, and that's evident. And Jen, that was amazing. That was so good. I mean, I knew it would be, but it was even better. So thank you for sharing with us. Next week, guys, Kelly is, so Alex and I are taking the girls to Disneyland for the week next week. So we'll still try to pop on the call to open it up and everything, but Kelly is going to take over and train, which will be amazing. So if you guys don't know who Kelly is, that's our direct upline. She is amazing. I mean, I think her team does like 3 or 4 million a month in sales. So
Four,
four,
4.2.
4.2 million a month in pepper sales. um, but
I
yeah,
I
so
want
that'll
to
be
touch
good.
on we our first few months we were just kind of getting the team and we'll close out here. I promise I won't take up too much time. We were just trying to get everything organized with the Zoom schedule and all the graphics and the website and the funnels. Like we were just getting everything organized. Now that we have it all up and running, we really want to start tapping into everybody's kind of expertise and whatnot. So we're talking about having like and this is not like our team call. I want that to be the focus. We want that to be the one that everybody tries to join, but like a highlight call on like another day or another night that's not necessarily, you don't got to show up, but if you have like a customer you want to highlight or another brand partner or something to where we can just lean into people's expertise and speak. Like Dana public is a public speaker or a motivational public speaker, so I want to like tap into people's expertises and talk to each and every person about whatever their passion is, or again, if highlight customers or somebody who may not necessarily be under a microscope. Like I have two brand partners that are never on these that do very, very well, but they are never here. So it's like I want to shout them out, but they don't necessarily want to be shouted out. They're like, no, no, I don't, I gotta, one person's like, I got a license. I'm still scared. She's not sold the fact that she has a medical license. And actually two people like that now that I think about it. But yeah, we definitely want to have something. It's nothing set in stone, no specific date planned yet, because I don't want it to be something that's like everybody feels obligated, like fuck more. I already got too many kids and too much shit going on. Like I need one more thing. So we really want to make it right and not just be something that's forced. So that's in the works.
Cool. All right. I think that's all we got for you. Thanks for staying on with us. And Jen, thank you for sharing, and everybody else who chimed in. And hope y'all have a good Let's close this month out. We got a couple more days. I know people have big goals. So, yeah. Love y'all. Have a good rest of your Thursday.
Love you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.